What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see behind me, the Type R is done for. You guys all know I had that accident at some point. We will be rebuilding. There's going to be a whole series of me rebuilding the Civic Type R back from its wrecked status to race car status. Don't miss out on that. Make sure you subscribe if you want to take a look at that. But in the meantime, while I end up recovering, I do have some fractured ribs. I did have a small concussion. I'm good, at least in the brain department. Some would say otherwise, but I think I'm all right. And yeah, so I think we need to replace the Type R with another race car. Luckily for me, I have an emergency backup race car, and it's right here, my Honda Prelude. So yes, we're going to be replacing my Civic Type R with the Honda Prelude, but it's only temporarily. It's not permanent. I will be rebuilding the Type R. But for now, we do need to get back to the track. I know the Prelude's not really competitive, but anytime I'm at the track is a good time, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy footage of me tearing up the track with the Prelude. So let's go take a look at what this Prelude has and why I'm pretty happy I'll be replacing the Type R temporarily with it. So in case you haven't been introduced, this is my 1997 Honda Prelude. This is the 5th generation, last gen they made. The good old Honda Prelude. They've always considered this to be the big block of the Honda world because it has a 2.2 liter engine. Now, what's good about this car is that, first of all, I've owned it for 12 years. I know everything about it. It's gone through some pretty bad mechanics, unfortunately. There's a bunch of crap missing, but that's what you get when you trust other people to work on your car. I am slowly getting it back to 100% mechanically and electronically safe. And soon I will be doing some modifications to help race it. But first, we got to get it back on track. It was stored back there for, you know, about a year almost. I did a hill climb, 2 hill climbs in this last year, and then I put her away. And now I'm bringing her out because we can't race the Type R, but we will be racing this. So quickly I'll go over what's so good about this thing and what I'm looking forward to do. So why am I so excited to get this thing on the track? It's right here. This is an H22A JDM engine, and it's an awesome engine. It revs way up high, just as it should, just like any Honda should rev up. You can see right down there, H22A. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a bit covered by the shadows, but it says H22A right there, and it's attached to an M2B4 transmission, which, in case you guys don't know, it is an LSD limited slip differential transmission. It works really well, putting that power down, and this combination alone makes this thing super fun when you're driving it spiritedly. Limited slip differentials allows you to put the power back on earlier at the exit, corner exit, and it makes it so much super fun to get it going on the track, or even hill climbs. You guys have seen it at hill climbs, or just spirited driving around the local neighborhoods. The other thing you can see missing is the battery. I got to get the battery back in here. I've upgraded the wires. We had a problem last year with the distributor cap, so we replaced the distributor cap. And then overall, the engine's very healthy. I haven't released the video yet, but you guys will see me put new gaskets here. The exhaust gaskets was leaking. You can see evidence of that right there. I'm going to clean that up to make sure I can monitor, make sure I don't have any exhaust leaks, because getting wrong O2 sensor readings, the primary O2 sensor readings, is not good. The ECU is confused. It doesn't get the fuel ratio right. Something you need to take care of. So I put new gaskets there and down there as well. That was a bit of fun. And I've put a new alternator in, and as you can see, hoses and a new radiator. This is a Mishimoto radiator. Love this thing. It has a lot more cooling capacity, which we're going to need if we're going to be track driving. Now, I'm actually going to be removing the AC at some point. I just have to get around to it. I may remove it or fix it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of like having air conditioner in my race car. It gets pretty hot out there, and if I'm driving to the track, it could be Pocono Raceway half an hour away, it could be NJMP at 2 hours away, and I don't feel like taking the truck, which is right here, and towing the car. It's just easier sometimes to just hop in your race car and take it to the track. Then I'm going to need air conditioning, so I might be doing that. There's a couple of things I gotta do. The brake fluid needs to be redone, of course, and there's a number of other things that we're gonna be upgrading. I think we need the hose up there, and yeah. But what makes this car great is that, like I said, I own it. I know how to drive it. I've been driving it for so long. It's got coilovers on there. I'm gonna show you that right in there. It's got ground control with conies. They're old school style, but they work pretty well. They've got some upgraded springs. If you guys see down here, last year, right before the race, I hit a giant boulder, a big rock that knocked this off. I'll be releasing a video soon that shows you guys me putting this back on. It looks pretty good now. I think it looks okay. This is never going to be quite right. It's pretty bent. That's because that's where the rock hit. It blew up my wheel that was there. I had to replace the rotor, the wheel, whole bunch of stuff. I actually got these wheels and tires. These were for a DC2 Type R, and the owner no longer needed it, so I bought these nice and cheap. And these are just my basically just to drive around, tires and wheels to store. I have racing slicks for this thing. I can't wait to use them again. As you can see from the markers, yes, this has been raced. And the other thing that I've done, in case you guys missed it, is the interior. So full interior still. I don't want to take the interior out because I don't want to over-classify this car. This is still a street car, but it's got the full racing bucket, and it's got the roll bars right back there. There it is. Really nice roll bars. I like it a lot. I think from now on I'm going to have roll cages or roll bars in all of my cars. Super important to have those. Full safety gear going forward. Love that shift knob. And it's just a car that I'm used to. I like it a lot. So what's next for this thing? Well, we're going to be, like I said, I'm going to release this video. I changed the oil, we changed the gaskets, we got the bumper back on. A lot of zip ties involved here, but no big deal as long as nothing gets loose. We're going to be A-okay. Gotta upgrade or replace the intake hose. There's a big crack in it. There's a number of bolts missing, unfortunately. I'm going to be replacing those as well. And yeah, we just got to get back on the road and see what needs to be done. I think I'm going to have to upgrade some brake pads. Right now I have Duralast GT brake pads, and they worked well in the Type R when I was racing with it. But I think because these rotors are so small, they are going to get really hot really quickly. So I think I'm going to have to upgrade this for track use. We're probably going to go with the Hawk DTC 60 brake pads. Those are race brake pads, and they're going to be very squeaky, very loud, but they're going to be quite effective. And we're going to upgrade the brake fluid and then round it out with some more maintenance. I think that should be it. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What else would you like to see me do to this car? This is my emergency backup race car. It will always be, I think, my emergency backup race car. I will continue to race it until it dies, and then one day I'll make a table out of this beautiful engine. I love this thing. The H22A in this car is super fun. It's one of my favorite engines from Honda, and Honda makes really good 4-cylinders. The only other better engine is the F20 from the S2000, which I have in the garage up there. But yeah, all right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.